Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name's Roger. I'm an eBay seller. I sell vinyl records, CDs, and magazines on eBay. I also have another channel where I play the vinyl records on YouTube. So check my link out to my eBay store and to my other YouTube channel. Links are in the description. You can see down there in the corner, I'm recording a video now, spinning a record and recording it with my new camcorder. I just got this set up. This is the first time using this on-screen setup with picture-in-picture and stuff, so bear with me. We're going to be listing some vinyl records right now and have ChatGPT help us out with the titles and descriptions. I'm going to have her read them out while I'm doing the listings, and then I'll move on to the next listing while she's still reading the one from the previous one. So let's just give it a try, see what happens here. First one we're doing here is this one. And we'll start ChatGPT reading the
vinyl listing. Share. Greece. eBay title. David Ford sings words of life LP 1970.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
David Ford sings words of life LP 19.
We already did that one. I got to start the start a reading right here. Let's see if I can do that.
eBay title. The Van Imps singing and making melody LP accordion gospel CD 1060. eBay description. Step into a unique gospel experience with the Van Imps singing and making melody with the new accordion. Released on Crown V Christ Center Recordings, CVS 1060. This dynamic LP by Jack and Rexella Van Imp features the revolutionary accordion, an organ-accordion hybrid, showcased in a series of uplifting spiritual performances that blend musical innovation with heartfelt Christian ministry. Jack Van Imp, known as one of the most passionate evangelists of his time, plays the accordion, a custom instrument capable of switching between or combining accordion and organ sounds with an array of organ and accordion stops. His wife Rexella brings her acclaimed vocal talent, backed by members of the Detroit Symphony under the direction of aloud. Together, they've brought the gospel to over 17 nations and led over 50,000 decisions for Christ in more than 1,000 crusades. Track list. Side 1. Nothing but the blood, Lowry. I don't know about tomorrow. Day by day on felt. Dwelling in Beulah land miles. How long has it been? Poet and peasant overture. Side 2. All hail Emmanuel. Whispering hope. Pass me not dome. When love shines in. At last. The fight is on, Morris. Back cover text. In psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord. Ephesians 5 verse 19. Jack and Rexella Van Imp with the new accordion is the music you are about to hear and the voice of his talented wife, Rexella. The Van Imps are one of the outstanding husband and wife teams in evangelism today. They have traveled in 17 nations, holding 1,000 crusades with over 50,000 decisions for Christ in the past 15 years. Along with this busy schedule, they've been on radio, television, and high school assemblies. 50% of their ministry is now in the area of city and countywide crusades. In this new album, Jack plays the accordion, which is an organ-accordion combination, allowing one to play the accordion alone, the organ alone, or both simultaneously. It has many organ stops and 15 accordion stops, giving it a possibility of many, entirely different sounds. You'll thrill at the new accordion. The voice of Rexella is backed by members of the Detroit Symphony under the direction of aloud. Crown V takes pleasure in showcasing the multi-talented ministry and music of the Van Imps. Other recordings by Jack and Rexella, presenting the Van Imps, CV 1003. More of the Van Imps, CV 1009. Label, Crown V, Christ Center Recordings Catalog Number, CVS, 1060 cover design. Iba glass printed in USA. Suggested price, VG condition, $15. ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info.
All right, we're working on the next one now. The Spear Family Sacred Hour. Until I get the text copied here, I'm going to put on the history of Southern Gospel music, as we don't have any dead air here. And then when I get the description ready to be read, then I'll turn that on.
ChatGPT said, updated saved memory. Here is a long, deep, and rolling river. The story of Southern Gospel music. Southern Gospel music is more than a genre. It's a testimony, a movement, a way of life that echoes from the front porches of Appalachia to the pulpit stages of megachurches. To trace its roots is to dive into a rich and often surprising river of American history, one that winds through revival tents, radio towers, record studios, and the hearts of millions. Chapter 1. The Roots Before There Was Southern Gospel. To understand Southern Gospel, we have to go back, way back, to the 18th and 19th centuries, where sacred music was shaped by tradition, geography, and revival. In the rural South, especially in the Appalachian Mountains and deep South farmlands, hymn singing became a communal ritual. Out of the great camp meetings of the Second Great Awakening came the shape note singing schools and the powerful, unaccompanied harmonies of the sacred harp tradition. This was music for the people, by the people. No choir robes, no pipe organs, just four-part harmony, songbooks full of numbers and shape notes, and voices raised to the rafters. Families would gather around upright pianos, or even just their own vocal cords, singing songs like Amazing Grace and Shall We Gather at the River, songs that still form the spiritual DNA of Southern Gospel today. Chapter 2. The Birth of a Genre, the 1910s, 1920s. The term Southern Gospel wouldn't be coined for decades, but the genre's identity started to take shape in the early 20th century. This was the era of the quartet, rooted in barbershop.
All right, we got the new one ready to go. Spear Family Sacred Hour. Tell us about it.
eBay title, The Spear Family Sacred Hour LP Gospel RCA Camden Cal, 728 mono. eBay description, step back into gospel history with Sacred Hour by the Spear Family, one of the most beloved voices in Southern gospel music. Released on RCA Camden, this treasured LP captures the heartfelt harmonies and spiritual passion that made the Spear Family legends of the all-night sing circuit. Recorded in Nashville, Tennessee, this album delivers powerful messages of hope, faith, and redemption through 12 soul-stirring tracks. Known for their homespun yet professional style, the Spear Family began as a humble Southern gospel group and rose to national fame through powerful performances and early radio and TV appearances. This record is a fine representation of their celebrated sound and message, highlighted by their signature rendition of God's Love and the moving I Was There When It Happened, penned by ex-governor of Louisiana Jimmy Davis and Mrs. R. D. Jones. Track list. Side 1. God's Love, J and C Music Pub, 201. Heavenly Love, BMI 210. I Saw a Man, BMI 256. I'm Climbing Up the Mountain, Sasak 220. Never Let Me Go, BMI 231. Someday There'll Be No Tomorrow, BMI 233. Side 2. Just Take It to Jesus, BMI 215. I Was There When It Happened, BMI 215. Let Me Be Worthy, BMI 245. It'll Be Me, ASCAP 222. Surely I Will Lord, Sessa 204. Till the Last Leaf Shall Fall, ASCAP 225. Back cover notes. The great gospel group of All Night Sing fame, the Spear family, father, mother, 2 sons and daughter, just naturally always sang together in the best tradition of the small towns and farm country of Georgia, Tennessee, and Alabama, where Mom and Dad Spear and their children were born and raised. From this, it was a short step for the Spears to concerts in many parts of the country and regular broadcasts on radio and television, and eventually their own record albums. A&R coordinator, Ethel Gabriel. Recorded in Nashville, Tennessee. Label, RCA Camden Catalog Number, CAL, 728 format, mono LP. Suggested price in VG condition, $7.99. ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info.
They were right on with the price there. I put $8 on that one. Now I'm putting up this one, the Rafe Brady Cherokee Rose. I still have to cut and paste the description, which I'm still, not sure exactly how to do that while she's reading it without interrupting it. So what I'm going to do is cut and paste I'll put on the Southern Gospel History while I do this.
Barbershop harmonies and church music, gospel quartets brought a professional polish to sacred music while keeping the raw spiritual passion intact. A key moment came in 1910 when James D. Vaughn, a singing school teacher and songbook publisher in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, launched the Vaughn Music Company. Vaughn wasn't just interested in publishing gospel songs, he wanted to promote them. He formed the first professional Southern gospel quartet to travel and sell his songbooks. It worked. Sales soared. The idea caught fire. Vaughn's success led to other publishers like Stamps Baxter, founded in 1924, joining the fray. They too formed quartets, most famously the Stamps Quartet, and the era of company quartets was born. These groups didn't just sing. They toured, taught, evangelized, and sold millions of songbooks. Chapter 3, The Radio Revival, 1930s, 1940s. The 1930s brought a seismic shift. Radio. Southern gospel found a new pulpit.
I gotta get up and turn this record over.
And it fit the medium like a glove. The Blackwood Brothers, the Rangers Quartet, and the Chuck Wagon Gang beamed their harmonies into homes across the South. The Chuck Wagon Gang, in particular, became a household name, blending gospel lyrics with the lilt of Western swing. They sold millions of records during the Depression era. This was also when the Dixie, Four, and Spear family gained traction. Family groups added a new warmth to gospel's message. It was no longer just about tight harmonies. It was about kinship, authenticity, and testimony. Chapter 4, The Golden Age, 1950s.
All right, we'll pause that, and we'll have to read out the one we're working on now, which, didn't I do that already? Did I do it? I didn't do it yet. Oh yeah, I did. There it is. So we'll start reading from here.
eBay title, Rafe Brady Cherokee Rose LP Heritage Records Fiddle Bluegrass 1981. eBay description, immerse yourself in authentic Appalachian tradition with Cherokee Rose by Rafe Brady. Released in 1981 on Heritage Records, XXXI. This rare LP showcases the mastery of fiddler and vocalist Rafe Brady, whose roots run deep in the southern mountains and traditional medicine show circuits. Featuring a vibrant mix of fiddle tunes, ballads, and original compositions, Cherokee Rose delivers the raw spirit of the Blue Ridge Mountains through spirited arrangements and classic storytelling. Born in 1913 near Mount Airy, North Carolina, Rafe's career spanned decades of American musical history. He performed with legendary acts, recorded under Bluebird Records, and shared the stage with bluegrass greats like G.B. Grayson and Jimmie Rodgers. This album includes 2 of Rafe's original songs, along with rare and well-loved standards, performed by a stellar ensemble of pickers and players on guitar, banjo, mandolin, and auto harp. Track list. Side 1, Tennessee Wagoner, Silly Bill, Cherokee Rose, Sunny Home in Dixie, Prison Walls, Hoplite Ladies, Billy in the Low Ground, Surry County Jail. Side 2, Texas Gales, Duck's Eyeball, Have a Drink on Me, Cacklin' Hen, Pallet on the Floor, Patty on the Turnpike, Soldier's Joy, Ebenezer, Katie Hill. Performers on each song, KK. A. Rafe Brady, fiddle and vocals. B. Ron Mullinex, clawhammer banjo. C. Tom Milet, clawhammer banjo. D. Tom Milet, guitar. E. Jimmy Edmonds, bluegrass banjo. F. Bobby Patterson, bluegrass banjo. G. Bobby Patterson, guitar. H. Bobby Patterson, mandolin. I. Bobby Patterson, auto harp. J. Dale Morris, guitar. K. Dale Morris, bass, minor notes. The music on Cherokee Rose spans classic and obscure fiddle pieces, including standout originals like Cherokee Rose and Surry County Jail, as well as deeply traditional tracks such as Katie Hill, Cacklin' Hen, and Patty on the Turnpike. Rafe's varied accompaniment, featuring clawhammer banjo, mandolin, auto harp, and more, highlights his diverse abilities across old-time and bluegrass styles. Production credits. Produced by Fred Williams. Jacket design by Andy Cahan. Photography by Dennis Kegley. Recorded at Heritage Studio, 1980. Special thanks to Ron Mullinex, Roy Joyce, Eugene Brady, Ronald Brady, Dale Morris, Tom Milet, Jimmy Edmonds. Label: Heritage Records Catalog Number XXXI, copyright 1981, Heritage Records RT 3 Box 278 Galax, Virginia 24333. Suggested price, VG condition $20. ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info.
And the next one we're doing is First Christmas Record for Children. Got to get the description. Cut and paste the description and the title. Continue with the history of Southern Gospel here for a second.
1950s, 1960s. Ask any Southern Gospel devotee, and they'll point to the 1950s and 60s as the genre's golden age. This was the high-octane era of touring quartets, custom tour buses, matching suits, and sold-out gospel sings. The Statesman Quartet and the Blackwood Brothers reigned supreme, with lively performances, slick harmonies, and unforgettable stage presence. The rivalry between them pushed the genre forward. Friendly All
right, now this is that record we're doing now.
eBay title. First Christmas record for children LP Doris Day Clooney Godfrey Autry. eBay description. Delight in the magic of the season with First Christmas record for children, a joyful and heartwarming holiday collection from Harmony Records. This vintage LP is a must-have for fans of classic Christmas music, featuring a charming blend of songs and stories designed especially for children, but nostalgic enough to warm every heart. This record showcases iconic artists including Doris Day, Rosemary Clooney, Arthur Godfrey, Gene Autry, Jimmy Boyd, Bob Hannon, Captain Kangaroo, Bob Keeshan, and Red Skelton. From the laughter-filled I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus to the imaginative tale, The Little Christmas Tree, this album is packed with cheer and timeless holiday spirit. Track list. Side 1. Here Comes Santa Claus, Doris Day, ASCAP. I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, Jimmy Boyd, BMI. The Littlest Snowman, Captain Kangaroo, Bob Keeshan, ASCAP. Susie Snowflake, Rosemary Clooney, ASCAP. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, Part 1 and Part 2, Ray Hetherton, PD. Side 2, Jingle Bells, Arthur Godfrey, PD. The Little Christmas Tree, Part 1 and Part 2, Red Skelton, ASCAP. He'll Be Coming Down the Chimney, Gene Autry, ASCAP. Santa Claus Is Comin' to Town, Bob Hannon, ASCAP. C. Charis Maus, Rosemary Clooney, BMI. Label, Harmony Records Catalog Number, HS14554 format. Stereo LP. Back cover notes. Here is a wonderful record designed especially for those who enjoy Christmas the most, children. It includes wonderful poems of the Yuletide season, some of the joyous songs, and a story told by Red Skelton, The Little Christmas Tree. Yes, it's about a little Christmas tree that doesn't know its purpose in life. This album includes the famous I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, sung by child star Jimmy Boyd, which sold over 1 million copies shortly after release. Also featuring beloved artists Doris Day, Rosemary Clooney, Arthur Godfrey, Gene Autry, and Bob Hannon. All in all, the album is just one great big party, and isn't that what Christmas should be? Suggested price in VG condition, $12.99. ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info.
All right, that one I saw a couple of them went for $25 and $30. I put mine at 19 plus 26. Plus 6 shipping for a total of 25.
Competition raised the bar on excellence and showmanship. The addition of the Jordanaires, who also sang backup for Elvis Presley, showed how gospel and mainstream music were intertwined. In fact, Elvis himself grew up on gospel, idolized Jake Hess of The Statesman, and once said, "I know practically every religious song that's ever been written." Many of his early records included gospel cuts. Meanwhile, the Happy Goodmans, the Cathedrals, and the Inspirations brought even more diversity, blending old-time conventions singing with modern arrangements and a renewed focus on spirit-filled performance. Chapter 5, Convention Singing and the Singing Schools. While quartets grabbed the spotlight, the roots of the tradition were kept alive in shape-note singing conventions and singing schools, which continued into the 1970s and beyond. These schools taught young singers to read shaped notes and harmonize by ear, crucial training grounds for generations of gospel musicians. Many of today's gospel legends, like Bill Gaither, got their start in these humble environments, learning the fundamentals in churches and camp meetings before ever stepping on a stage. Chapter 6, Southern Gospel on Vinyl and TV 1970s, 1980s.
This is the one we're doing now.
eBay title. Buzz and Soon's Gonna Be a Fine Day LP Audio Dimension Memphis. eBay description. Light up your turntable with the upbeat charm of It's Gonna Be a Fine Day by the dynamic Buzz and Sue, released by Audio Dimension Incorporated of Memphis, Tennessee, with a blend of country pop, classic covers, and original tunes. This husband and wife duo brings energetic flair and smooth harmony to a feel-good, toe-tapping set of songs. Buzz and Sue were regulars on the club and lounge circuit, capturing fans with their infectious enthusiasm and polished
Okay, let me pause her there for a second.
Rise of Christian television.
Pause. Thank you. Checking Discogs. This one here, 9 people have it, 31 want it. It's a high demand. There's one copy available, and it's going for $200. Let's see what Pop Psych has on this one. Buzz and Sue, going to be a fine day. Could be a fine day. There's no record history of the LP selling on Pop Psych, and it goes back 10 years. Just a couple 45s that sell on $30 and $40. The history on Discogs is $30 as the high, but there's only one available for $200, and that one says it's Obscure Soul. Cover has some corner saw cut, near mint. So he wants 200. Well, it's 150 pounds. It's coming from overseas. I gotta stop this recording on this record. It just ended. Boom. I'm not gonna start another one right this minute. Okay, so let me think about this. Let me play the history of Southern Gospel some more while I think on that.
And LP recordings ushered in new possibilities. The Gospel Singing Jubilee, a syndicated TV show in the 1960s and 70s, brought Southern Gospel into living rooms across America. Viewers could see the Florida Boys, Dixie Echoes, Hinsons, and Kingsmen in full Technicolor. Meanwhile, vinyl records spread the sound far and wide. From basement record labels to major Christian imprints like Canaan, Heartwarming, and Skylight, Southern Gospel was spinning on turntables in homes, churches, and thrift stores alike. Chapter 7, The Gaither Revolution, 1990s, 2000s. No modern Southern Gospel history is complete without the name Bill Gaither. As a songwriter, Gaither had...
Did I didn't finish playing the title and description of that one, so let's go back to that.
This record is all about good vibes and engaging entertainment, captured in a groove that's meant to get you smiling. Includes a cover of the Beatles' Hey Jude and a mix of both soulful ballads and country favorites.
Got Hey Jude on there.
Track list. Side 1. It's gonna be a fine day. Back on the road again. Satin sheets. Hey Jude. Side 2. Higher. Number 99. Treat your girl nice. Cotton Fields Back Home. Back cover text. A note from the producer Buzz and Sue radiate an all-pervading enthusiasm when performing, whether on stage or in the studio. Entertaining is their whole life. This attractive couple never forget that people want to be entertained. Fads and social messages may have a place, but Buzz and Sue concentrate on the kind of happy, upbeat entertainment that have people coming back for more. I believe Buzz and Sue have captured in these grooves a measure of their ability to entertain. Still the signs that say, held over, displayed in clubs and lounges across the nation, say more than I can. People like Buzz and Sue. J. Theodore Sturgis Audio Dimension Incorporated, 3627 Park Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis.
Label, Audio Dimension Incorporated. Format, stereo. Suggested price, VG condition $15.
Oh, you don't know what you're talking about.
ChatGPT can make mistakes.
Yeah, you can.
Check important info.
I did. It's going to go for $65 in my store. The vinyl's in really good condition. I would almost say VG plus, but I like to under promise, over deliver. The cover's not bad. It's got a little ring wear, but it's a rare one and highly sought after. It's got the Beatles Hey Jude cover on there. Highly sought after record, and I think 65 is a really good price. I mean, I could go higher. I'm thinking about it. I may change it. But right now, we'll stick with 65 on that. And it's going live. Okay. Let's go back to some more history of Southern gospel music.
Had already penned classics like Because He Lives and He Touched Me, but it was the launch of the Gaither Homecoming video series in the 1990s that reignited global interest in the genre. The Homecoming videos featured legends from every gospel era, reunited in living rooms, churches, and concert halls, sharing stories, laughter, and soul-stirring music. Gaither's knack for curation, storytelling, and nostalgia helped bring Southern gospel to new generations while honoring its past. This period also saw crossover artists like the Crowd Family, the Martins, and Greater Vision modernizing the sound, mixing contemporary elements without losing the sacred core. Chapter 8, The Digital Shift 2010s. Today. Today, Southern Gospel lives on in many forms. You can find it on streaming platforms, YouTube channels, TikTok harmonizers, and Facebook live streams from local churches. Labels like Daywind Records and platforms like Singing News continue to promote both the legends and the rising stars. Family bands and local quartets still travel back roads with their CD tables, just as the Vaughn Quartet once did with songbooks. Meanwhile, vintage vinyl collectors scour flea markets and eBay listings looking for rare pressings from obscure gospel labels in places like Kingsport, Tennessee, or Muscle Shoals, Alabama. And the sound itself? It hasn't died. It's evolved, yet somehow remains the same. Its voices raised in harmony. Its lyrics soaked in faith, family, and fire. It's a musical language of hope for the weary and praise for the joyful. Coda, why it endures. Southern gospel music endures because it speaks to the heart in a language no sermon can match. It's not just entertainment, it's devotion. It's not just nostalgia.
All right, we're going to pause that Southern Gospel history, and this next one we're doing is this one right here.
eBay title. Don Lonnie Talks Again, LP Word Records, W3278, Spoken Word Youth Gospel. eBay description. In Don Lonnie Talks Again, the renowned speaker and Christian youth advocate delivers another compelling round of messages aimed at inspiring teens and challenging cultural norms through humor, wit, and biblical wisdom. Released by Word Records, W3278. LP, this spoken word album captures a live church youth conference where Lonnie's energetic and off-the-cuff speaking style connects deeply with his audience. Known as America's #1 high school assembly speaker, Don Lonnie offers his take on the new 3 R's and shares life lessons about purpose, direction, and faith. A best-selling author and global lecturer, Lonnie uses real-life examples and comedic storytelling to reach young hearts and minds. If you're a collector of vintage Christian media or a fan of inspirational spoken word, this album is a standout. Back cover text. The new 3 R's replacing the age-old reading, written, and arithmetic. Don Lonnie suggests a new trilogy that can make life more meaningful to today's teens. He pointedly presents the fact that God doesn't cancel his rules for teenagers. He humorously relates a couple of personal examples to prove it. Don Lonnie points to a person this avid traveler and lecturer who possesses more than an average share of successes in life. Tells of the one who waits to make the difference between thriving and drifting, between purpose and laxity. His travels have taken him to Great Britain, and his influence for good has been heralded by parent-teacher associations, civic organizations, businessmen's groups, and churches everywhere. Don Lonnie has been actively engaged in talking with teenagers since he was one himself. Today he calls Southfield, Michigan, home. As Don Lonnie talks again, you will find yourself laughing with the live audience that was present at a church youth conference when this recording was made. And you'll find yourself giving serious consideration to the ideas that are shared here. And teenagers respond to the wit and wisdom of America's #1 high school assembly speaker. In an off-the-cuff manner, Don Lonnie establishes a rapport with his audience that enables him to communicate so effectively with that special segment of society called teens. The title suggests that Don Lonnie has...
All right, we're ready to go on to the next one. This next one is Taylor University, Joy of Christmas, and it is sealed. So that time I actually got caught up. It's been outpacing me. That's why I slowed the voice down a little bit. Don't you love her voice? It's kind of hypnotizing. The way she says, Memphis.
eBay title. Taylor University Joys of Christmas LP sealed choral holiday gospel. eBay description. Celebrate the season with a stunning sealed copy of Joys of Christmas from Taylor University, a beautiful choral holiday album that brings the true spirit of Christmas to life. Performed by the Taylor University Chorus and produced with orchestral and vocal arrangements by John Rutter. This LP is a rare gem for collectors of sacred music and vintage Christmas vinyl alike. Taylor University, an interdenominational Christian college founded in 1846 and dedicated to evangelical faith, presents this inspiring collection of timeless Christmas hymns and carols, delivered with reverence and joy by its gifted music department. Track list. Side 1. O come, all ye faithful. Ding dong, merrily on high. Lo, how a rose e'er blooming. How great our joy. Silent night. Good Christian men, rejoice. What child is this? Hark, the herald angels sing. Side 2. Go, tell it on the mountain. Angels we have heard on high, away in the manger. Joy to the world. Oh, holy night. God rest you, merry gentlemen. Label information. Back cover text. Produced by R. L. Hamill. Choral arrangements by John Rutter. Vocal arrangements by John Rutter. Cover photo by Frank Espinoza. Executive producer Greg D. Fennig. Directed by John Hooker. Recorded at Pinebrook Studio, Alexandria, Indiana. Designed by Pinebrook Associates. Orchestra by Taylor University music majors. Vocals by Taylor University Chorus. Art direction by Burgess Design. Institutional notes. Taylor University is a full member of the National Association of Schools of Music, NASM, accredited by the North Central Association of Colleges and Secondary Schools, the Indiana Department of Public Instruction, and the National Council for Accreditation of Teacher Education. Located in Upland, Indiana, it offers 41 major fields of study and maintains a strong commitment to evangelical Christianity. Catalog info. Taylor University, Upland, Indiana, 46989. Produced by Pinebrook Studios. Printed in USA. Suggested price in VG condition. $14.99 suggested price sealed. $22.99. ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info.
All right, that one went up for $19 plus shipping.
Nostalgia, it's community. Every chord carries a legacy. Every harmony is a testimony. So whether it's a dusty old 45 from a church basement or a new live stream performance from Nashville, Southern gospel music is alive. It's the sound of the South Spirit, the sound of saints and sinners, the sound of home. Let me know if you'd like this split into audio-friendly segments, or if you want a background music bed added to the narration. I can also expand on specific artists or...
All right, the next one we got Jester in the King's Court, Mike Warnke. We're going to do this one and one or two more after this, and then we're going to cut it off. My cat's meowing. I got to feed my cat and check this out, see how it went. Let me start the voice on this new one we're doing, Mike Warnke.
eBay title: Mike Warnke Jester in the King's Court, LP 1977, Mer Christian Comedy. eBay description: Jester in the King's Court is a bold and hilarious Christian comedy album by Mike Warnke, released in 1977 on Mer Records, MSA 6589. Known for his rapid-fire wit, heartfelt testimony, and unfiltered storytelling, Warnke delivers a unique blend of humor and spiritual insight drawn from real-life experience. Recorded live before a small studio audience in Orlando, Florida, this LP captures Warnke at his most charismatic, challenging, convicting, and deeply funny. Every track is a narrated vignette packed with satire, parody, and punchy truth. From his offbeat takes on church culture to heavy-hitting reflections like The Scourging Post, Warnke uses the role of the jester to deliver the king's message with humor and heart. If you're a fan of Christian spoken word, stand-up, or 70s era gospel outreach, this is a must-have for your collection. Track list. Side 1. Gorilla Cookies and Coffins, 222. Chicken Walk Unhuffed, 420. Not Me F, UF, 217. The Big Green God and Bunny Fuzz, 433. Perfect Nothingness, 256. The Holy Hustle, 3 o'clock. Rednecks, 131. The Con Job, 250. Side 2. The Scourging Post, 822. Between Heaven and Earth, 357. Satan Takes the Holiday, 747. The Key Shop, 335. Credits and notes. All narrations by Mike Warnke, copyright 1977 Warburg Publishing Company, ASCAP. Producers: Mike Blanton and Wes Yoder, recorded at BJ Recording Studios, Orlando, Florida Remix, and edited at Summit Burnett Sound Studios, Dallas, Texas Photography, John Guider Studios, Nashville, Tennessee Makeup, Joyce Ward Cover Design, Charles Wallace Incorporated / Roger Sanders. Personal Manager, Wes Yoder Dharma Artist Agency Incorporated, Suite 902, 50 Music Square West, Nashville, Tennessee, 37203. Publisher, Mer Records, a division of Word Incorporated, Waco, Texas Catalog Number, MSA, 6589 format, 33 1/3 RPM, stereo printed in USA. Back cover message from Mike Warnke: I love you guys. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't be here. See full heartfelt message on back cover image. Suggested price, VG condition $20. ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info.
Next one we're doing is Billy Graham, International Crusade Choirs. I'm coming, kitty. I'll be in there in a second. I gotta just paste this text down here in the box, and then I will start the the voice on the Billy Graham.
eBay title: Billy Graham International Crusade Choirs LP RCA Camden ACL 1-0098. eBay description: experience the power and unity of global gospel worship with the Billy Graham International Crusade Choirs LP, presented by RCA Camden. Featuring the direction of Cliff Barrows and the renowned voice of George Beverly Shea, this stirring collection of beloved hymns is performed by over 25,000 voices from crusade choirs across the world, a triumphant document of Christian faith and sound. This album is a must-have for collectors of religious music and followers of the Billy Graham ministry. Recorded live across continents and spanning decades of evangelical outreach, these performances capture the soul and sincerity of gospel music, transcending borders to bring the message of Jesus Christ to millions. With classic hymns like How Great Thou Art, To God Be the Glory, and Blessed Assurance, this record celebrates the fellowship of believers worldwide. Track list: Side A, Blessed Assurance, the Charlotte Crusade Choir, PD 045. The Lord is My Shepherd, the All Scotland Crusade Choir, PD 234. The 90 and 9, the Louisville Crusade Choir, PD 213. Love Divine, All Love Excelling, the London Crusade Choir, PD 244. 'Tis Marvelous and Wonderful, the San Francisco Bay City's Crusade Choir, PD 259. Jesus is Coming, the Frankfurt Crusade Choir, PD 142. Praise to the Lord, the Almighty, the San Francisco Bay City's Crusade Choir, PD 247. I'm Glad I'm Singing, the Gothenburg Crusade Choir, PD 156. He the Pearly Gates Will Open, the Charlotte Crusade Choir, PD 246. Side B, How Great Thou Art, the New York Crusade Choir, ASCAP 302. All That Thrills My Soul, the Melbourne Crusade Choir, SESAC 302. Thou Mighty to Save, the San Francisco Bay City's Crusade Choir, PD 201. Verily, Verily, the Charlotte Crusade Choir, PD 110. To God Be the Glory, the London Crusade Choir, PD 218. Every Time I Feel the Spirit, the Charlotte Crusade Choir, PD 204. The Song of the Soul Set Free, the Sydney Crusade Choir, ASCAP 250. When I Survey the Wondrous Cross, the Charlotte Crusade Choir, PD 251. Remastering Engineer, Don Miller reissue produced by Ethel Gabriel, originally released, LSP 3898 label, RCA Camden catalog number, ACL 1, 0098 format, Stereo Dynaflex LP, back cover message excerpt. During the years of crusade evangelism, the singing of the large choirs and George Beverly Shea under the direction of Cliff Barrows has been a vital part of the service. We praise God for it all and give Him all the honor and the glory. May the Lord bless you real good as you listen.
All right, so we're going to do this next one, this is the last one we're going to do. Michigan State University Band, Big Ten, Fight Songs, a campus montage. So we'll start this one and see. I got kind of high hopes for this. Hopefully it's not very common. I can charge a little bit. ChatGPT saying $25, but she doesn't really know very much.
eBay title: Michigan State Band Big Ten Fight Songs Campus Montage LP ADP 1048. eBay description: show your Spartan spirit with this dynamic LP from the Michigan State University Band. Big Ten Fight Songs / a Campus Montage ADP 1048. This immersive and nostalgic album captures the pride, energy, and traditions of MSU through soaring fight songs and rich campus audio vignettes, performed by the Spartan Marching Band, Concert Band, Wind Ensemble, and Spartan Brass. Featuring all-time Big Ten classics like MSU Fight Song, The Victors, On Wisconsin, and Buckeye Battle Cry. This record is a must-have for alumni, collectors, or Big Ten sports fans. The B-Sides, a campus montage, takes listeners on an audio tour of MSU life, from game day at Spartan Stadium to chimes of Beaumont Tower and spirited classroom lectures. Includes historic commentary and detailed credits from band directors and university leadership. Track list: Fight Songs, MSU Fight Song, MSU Shadows, Victory March, Notre Dame, Minnesota Rouser, The Victors, University of Michigan, Illinois Loyalty, On Wisconsin, Go You Northwestern, Buckeye Battle Cry, Ohio State, Iowa, On to Victory, Hail Purdue, Oh, Indiana, Our Indiana, Fanfare, Star Spangled Banner, Credits, MSU Band Department, Dr. Harry Begian, Director of Bands, MSU, formerly at Wayne State and Detroit's Cass Technical High School. Mr. William C. Moffitt, Director of MSU Marching Band, creator of Patterns of Motion Style. Band performers: Piccolo, Christine Smith. Clarinets: David Sebald, Eric Skidmore.
I'll be right there.
Robert Scott, Keith Hudson. Saxophones: Carol Begian, Leonard Shem, John Brodowski, William Sachs. Cornets: Peter Forney, David Kressler, Joseph Doxey, William Fee, Louis Fletcher, Larry Alpert.
All right, I got that listed. She was right on that time. $25. That's what I put on it. So that concludes this video. Thank you all for tuning in. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you want to check out some other videos. I appreciate you. I will catch you on the next. Let me figure out how I stop this thing. Okay, there it is. See you later. Bye-bye.